our new sink that's going to be going in, and what we basically are going to do is just reverse the procedure that we did before. So we take our faucet that we had. I've cleaned up that plastic underneath piece, and we start it down into the holes. Whoops, forgot to get that down in the center. Got to get that going in the right place. And we just kind of keep coming down slowly. And I'm going to push that over a little bit. Come back up a little. This copper wire. There we go. And now that's back in place on top. Now, you have to make sure that that plastic insert that's underneath it is sitting level, and before we completely tighten, we'll do that. Now I'm going to turn the sink back over, okay, and we're just basically going to reverse procedure for what we did before. So first thing I do is just put this on there just to kind of get it out of the way, and then we come back and we get our pieces here. Remember, that goes down like that, and then the barrel goes over there, the extension barrel, and then all we're going to do right now is finger tight both sides, okay? Okay, that kind of puts that in place a little bit. Oh. There we go, finger tight. And then we get our other pieces from here for the other screw. So that goes on over here, and again our extension barrel, and then our nut. And again, hand tightening only for right now. Remember, hand tighten only, because we got to see if things are going to be in the right place. Now on these spring clips, what I like to do is, when I put them on, I put one end behind and one end on this side, because what happens when you do it this way, it doesn't fall off, okay, because you've got tension on either side of this lever, so even if you're moving it up and down, it's going to move okay. All right? Now we had some. This just rotated slightly, so we've gotten that straightened away again. And now we'll turn this over, and we'll take a look. Now you see we're on an angle here, all right? Since we only hand tightened, we can straighten this out. And the other thing, we've got the plastic is not in the right place, so we have to loosen these up just a little bit and move that plastic piece over. There, we've caught it. Now it's back in place. Let's get us hand tight again, and then we can start tightening up for good. Yeah, let's move this. Oops, loosen. There we go. Tighten with our fingers. Then we'll turn it back over again and then retighten with our wrench. Now again, let's be cautious that we don't want to break the porcelain, okay? So when we tighten, feel it in your fingers, okay? And then with porcelain, you can also hear it go click, click, click a little bit. Now, I don't like the position of this because I have to move that copper, so I'm going to loosen him back up again and get him over on the side like that. That's a better position for him. Okay, here we go. One. You hear that cracking? I think I'm tight enough. Alright. Now this one on this side, again I'm going to move him over just a little bit so we have some room. Uh-oh, and I have to get my nut out this side. I'll never be able to get them out of there. Okay. Again, finger tight. a little clicking noise of the porcelain, so we're going to quit. Alright, and then we'll turn her back over and see if we're even. No, this side has to come down just a little bit. So that's why you just kind of work slowly with these things. Just it's a matter of inches sometimes. Loosen him up. Let's look at it from this side. There, see? There we go. Now we got them. Okay. Go ahead, back to tightening a little bit. And that should do it. Now I just want to show you something before we go any further. Where I was talking about the calcium that builds up. If you look at this aerator, look at all this green gunk on there, okay? Now that is just basically calcium buildup. But inside our aerator, it's nice and clean. There's no buildup inside of it. So we know that that part will work fine. We just have to kind of clean up the outside a little bit. So I'll just do that with my little razor knife. I'm just going to clean this up a little bit. See how that kind of flakes off? And these things run around $2 or $3, so I always try to, you know, all they need is cleaned a little bit, and that's a lot less expensive than going out and buying a new one. Now these sides, we'll just bark them up a little bit. If we break it loose like this, and once we get everything back together, just the normal cleaning with 409 or one of your cleaners will help take off the rest of that. But at least for right now, we'll get that looking a little better. Put our guts back in and just slide down in there. See, they sit right near the bottom. Okay. And then this just screws back up underneath here. You've got to make sure that you get it nice and firm. Just finger tight firm, but all the way in and firm like that, okay?